All right, friends. So I see you, I hear you, I know you. You're doing well on social media, or maybe you want to do well on social media, but you're like, Faith, how do I do both SEO friendly blog content and social media because I don't want to give up social media? And that is fine, totally fine. I'm not telling you that you have to give up social media. One of my really good friends sees a ton of success and a ton of business from her social media account. Would I ever tell her to walk away from that unless she wanted to? No. But the fact of the matter is, like I talked about in episode 127 and 128, you need more than one form of content, because if crap hits the fan, the algorithm crashes, or things just shift not in your favor, you don't want your entire lead generation strategy going down the crapper. So it's just always smart, like your grandma probably told you, to not put all of your eggs in one basket. So today I'm going to walk you through 5 tips to repurpose your social media content for great blogs. Now, if y'all have been around here for a while, we're like OG pals, you know that I'm a big fan of working from the top down. I write a blog and then I repurpose it into all the things. And I do this for myself and for clients. But I realize that doesn't work for everybody. And you may have a really successful social media following and you're like, Faith, how can I take this that's already working and transfer it to blogging? So here are 5 tips. I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to take what's already working for your social media and repurpose it for great blog content. You ready? Hey there, fellow entrepreneur. Welcome to Simple SEO and Marketing with me, Faith Hannon. Do you want to grow your business with organic marketing and finally feel like you can understand SEO? Are you scouring the internet for how to get more website traffic, SEO for dummies, and how to market on Pinterest? Have you tried to grow your business with SEO and blogging only to get frustrated and quit because it's overwhelming and too time consuming? Been there. Hey, I'm Faith Hannon, Jesus lover, copywriter, blogger, wife, wrangler of tiny humans, and barrel racer. And let me tell you, I didn't have time to waste sorting through SEO and keyword strategies that either didn't work or were so over my head I couldn't understand them. I honestly thought that SEO and blogging only worked for people with a PhD in tech jargon and a whole team of employees, until I learned these secrets. Good SEO strategies don't have to be complicated, and creating and marketing great content doesn't have to take more than a couple hours a week total. So pop in those earbuds, slam some coffee, and let's grow your business with simple organic marketing and a healthy dose of biblical encouragement along the way. All right, y'all. 5 tips to repurpose your social media content for great blogs. Now, if you've been around here, I don't know, more than 30 seconds, you know that I'm a huge fan of building your business, building your content strategy on ground that you own, which BT dubs ain't your social media. You own your website, you own that domain. You own your email list. Depending on your podcast, you own your podcast feed, but you do not own your social media. Whoever owns that particular platform owns that. And they can change it, change the algorithm, block you, ban you, whatever, at the drop of a hat. And while I'm not telling you to abandon social media, because I realize that social media it has its advantages, right? Like, so many people have built an amazingly profitable business on social media. I'm not telling you to abandon ship on social media. That is your decision, your business. Y'all do what you want to do, okay? That's fine. This is not the place for me to tell you how to live your life with your social media or lack thereof. But I do want you to very intentionally and very strategically be building on ground that you own. And yes, most of us know that we need a website for our business. Great. But if your website is just sitting there and you're not optimized for SEO on your main website, right? Like your home about services page, and you're not producing SEO content, aka a great blog on the reg, that website's not going to generate traffic for you. It's just going to be this parked car that sits there and nobody sees. But if you are already really great at creating content, you're already seeing success on your social media, there's a great chance, aka nearly 100% chance, that you can take that same content creation mentality and just rework it a bit to see great success with your blog and your website as well. And I prefer to work from the top down, creating a blog and then repurposing to social media, but that really might not work for you, and that's okay, especially if you have put a ton of time and effort into your social media and you're wanting to kind of capitalize on some of that great content and jumpstart your blog a little bit. Here are 5 tips to repurpose your social media for great blogs. And tip number 1, step number 1 to anything and everything is to know your why. Know your why. And this is especially important for your blog content because, with social media, it's really easy to see the direct results. You get the clicks, the likes, the DMs, immediately. It's instant gratification. So you can know pretty quickly what's working and what's not working. And a lot of your strategy with social media is dictated by the visible algorithm results that you see immediately. However, if you don't know your deep why, it's going to be hard for you to create content that is much more focused on answering questions rather than entertainment focused. So in episode number 66, probably one of my most recommended episodes I've ever done, I have my wagon wheel why exercise where I walk you through what I do for myself and for clients to get to their deep why. Why are you in business? And this is important for your blog content strategy because you're not on the blog to entertain. You're not writing a blog to share your feelings. You're not writing a blog to just post the transcript of something. You are writing a blog with the intention of solving a problem that is searched. You're not just focusing on entertainment. You're not just focusing on putting something up every single day to keep the algorithm happy. You are focused with your blog strategy on answering questions and solving problems. And so if you can really get to the deep why of why you are in business, that's going to make coming up with the right content for that blog so much easier. Because let's say that you are a fashion consultant, right? Your deep why might be something along the lines of you want women to feel beautiful in the clothes that they wear. Okay. Now that carries over into your Instagram strategy some, but in your blog strategy, that's going to show up in different ways, like talking about styling for your body or body image or putting together a wardrobe that works for you in different seasons of life. So that your deep why and knowing your deep why is really, really the first step to any successful content strategy, but especially blogging and SEO content. All right, tip number 2 here for you is I want you to understand your brain and what works best for you. Okay, are you already doing content like I do it with creating something big of long form content and then repurposing and breaking it down? Great. If not, maybe you try it for a month, okay? But if you just cannot do the big down to the little, then do what works for you, right? Like have a bunch of little pieces that go together and then make yourself, use that as a recipe and the pieces to create whatever amazing blog idea you have. And a way that you could do this is, let's say that you have 3 posts about 3 products that you love to deep clean your kitchen sink and make it sparkle. Okay, you've got the scrubber thing, the scrubby paste, and whatever you use to make it sparkle. I don't know, y'all. I'm not a cleaning expert. Don't follow me for more tips, okay? But let's say that you are, and you're one of those blessed souls that has a spotless house at all times, okay? Let's say that you are, and that you have posts on social media about that. You're going to take those 3 small posts and you're going to see if you can find an umbrella that they fit under for a problem that they solve. Okay. And for this example, those 3 products that help you deep clean your kitchen sink with less scrubbing would fit under the umbrella, the problem of deep cleaning your kitchen sink. Okay. And then you would take those and you would write a blog based around those 3 posts, expound on them, talk about them in a way that your audience understands, and build your strategy, build your blog length around what's going to fit your audience, right? Like we talked about in the previous episodes. But you really can. You can take the smaller and use those smaller pieces to build into a bigger piece of long form content, okay? And the other part of tip number 2, understanding how your brain works and what works best for you. The last little piece of this tip I have for you is I want you to truly understand, dig deep a little bit, maybe do some Q&A with people who know you, and understand, do you process better verbally or with writing things out? And honestly, it might depend on the topic. Obviously, I like to talk, right? But I also like to write. And I have found just a really sweet spot mix of both for me. Now, not everybody's like that. A lot of people probably most people process better with either verbally hashing something out or writing something down. If you're more of a verbal processor, then y'all bust out that recording app on your phone and just record ideas, right? You're not recording a podcast. Nobody ever has to hear it, but it might help you process your ideas better before you put them into writing, okay? And if you process by writing, by all means, y'all write those brilliant ideas out and then use them for your blog, okay? And my number 3 tip or idea for you to repurpose your social media into a great blog tip, into a great blog, is to expound upon one post that you would love to go deeper on. Because there's a character limit on social media, right? There's a time limit. And you only have somebody's attention for so long. But when somebody clicks over to read a blog, they have the intention of solving a problem. They're going a little bit deeper and they're willing to read a longer piece of content. So there may be something that did really well, or just something that you really wish you could have given more time and energy to. Take that one post, expound upon it, and make it a blog. Really, this is a brilliant idea. Doesn't take a whole lot of extra work. All right. Now, tip number 4 is I want you to make a plan that's realistic. Y'all, most people don't have time to blog every single day. Some people don't even have time to post and create a blog once a week, and that's okay. Ideally, I would like you to blog once a week, but make a plan that's realistic for you and that you can be consistent with, not just to keep the SEO Google algorithms happy for consistency's sake, but to help you with your morale know that you can do this, okay? So make a plan that's realistic and reuses some of your great stuff. It is okay. I'm giving you permission, telling you for SEO purposes that it is okay to reuse some of your high quality social media photos on more than one blog. It's okay. You do not have to, unless you were like a recipe blogger and you are taking pictures of every single dish that you post a recipe for, you don't need to have original photos for every single post. No, I don't want you using stock photos if you can avoid it. But if you took this picture or you paid your photographer to take this picture, by golly, you can use it for more than one blog. And I'm going to give you a hot SEO tip here. Just rename the photo for each blog that you use it in with the keyword phrase included in the name for that blog. I have a whole photo naming strategy and a whole alt text strategy that I use for great SEO that I teach you inside of the organic marketing framework. And if you're somebody that's like, okay, Faith, I get this, I'm wrapping my head around this, but I just need your help, then grab that coaching call. Just grab it real quick before they go up in price the end of September. Okay, October 1st, those bad boys are going up in price because, y'all, I'm fixing to have this baby in December. And supply and demand is a real thing in the law of pricing. So book that coaching call and we'll get you a one-on-one, we'll get you a customized strategy in your one-on-one call, or go grab access to my signature course, The Organic Marketing Framework. In there, you'll learn how to figure out your keyword size, your strategy, alt text, naming photos, the whole shebang. All right. Now, tip number 5. You ready for this? Hire it out. Hire out the blogging. Now, obviously, you need to be able to give instructions to whoever is going to be writing blogs for you. Please don't just pay somebody $5 that lives who knows where. Please don't just ask AI to do it all for you, because you're going to end up with a janky sounding blog. But it's okay to hire this out. And actually, if you already have a great social media presence, this might be a really easy thing for you to hire out because that writer is going to be able to capture your voice using all of the content that you've already created, okay? They have your words. They can capture your voice. They're just reverse engineering it, okay? Now, you're going to probably need to give your blog content writer instructions around, hey, go for these keywords. Hey, create these blogs. And that's okay, right? If you book a coaching call with me, we can hash that out. If you buy the Organic Marketing Framework and go through it, you're going to be able to figure that out and dictate that to your writer. Now, my team, we actually do write blogs for people. That's one of the aspects of my business. But honestly, with this baby coming up soon, we're probably not taking a whole lot of new clients until after my maternity leave. But if you're just so set on having my team write blogs for you, reach out and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together. So 5 tips, we'll recap real quick for you. 5 tips to repurpose your social media content for great blogs. Number 1, first step, you have to know your why, okay? Number 2, I want you to understand your brain and what works best for you, which includes recognizing, are you already working big to little and you just don't realize it? Or if you're just like, hey, I have to work little to big, that's fine. And then I want you to figure out if you process better verbally or with writing, okay? Tip number 3, I want you to expound upon one post that you would love to go deeper on. Number 4, make a plan that's realistic, y'all, and reuse high quality stuff that you already have. And number 5, don't be scared to hire it out. Do not be scared to hire out your blog content writing to a good writer. Okay? All right. Y'all, I'm excited for you to take what's already working for you on social media and put it to work for you with great SEO content, great blog content to start getting traffic from your website and leads from your website and get those precious little eggs in more than one basket. We'll talk with y'all soon. Bye. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.